Hello, and welcome back to another video in my Fallout 4 uniform series. This is military uniforms of Fallout 4. And today I'm going to be talking about the military uniform and the military beret. Now here we do see the uniform, and I think this uniform is pretty basic, pretty straightforward. It's a modified BDU. We can see it has a left sleeve pocket, two breast pockets, a falling collar with a gas flap. It has buttons that are not exposed, and it has two hip pockets. So it is very similar to a BDU with the addition of the gas flap in the left sleeve pocket. But other than that, it's fairly standard. And here's an A-TACS BDU top for comparison. I do think the pattern is very similar to A-TACS. The coloration is a little bit different. Now here's a US HBT uniform with a gas flap. You can see that right up at the neck. And here's a better picture. And it buttoned across. But if you were to leave it unbuttoned, it would drape down, as it's shown on the Fallout uniform. Now here's a better picture of the breast of the shirt open, and you can see this gas flap runs all the way along. The sleeve pockets are nothing new, at least to U.S. uniforms. In World War II, they were often, modified, like rigor done, like on this 42 jump jacket. You can see later, like in the Iraq War era, they were just added, and it's what's called a raid modified DCU. I think the pattern is similar to A-TACS, slightly more with a lime tint. And you can see it's not exactly like A-TACS, but I think it's pretty close. And I will have a recolored shot of it. But you can see basically a BDU. Even the trousers are BDU style. If you added a gas flap and left sleeve pocket, we have basically the same uniform. And here it is recolored. And I think so. It's pretty similar in my opinion. The rest of the uniform is likewise straightforward. An odd roller buckle belt and black mid-calf full leather lace-up boots. The beret is a simple black wool beret, edged with a thin piece of leather that is just sewn across the edge. Nothing really special to say about that. Now, my guess on both the beret and the uniform is that in the numbers we find them in the Commonwealth, that they are general issue items. I don't think that they're limited to any elite forces. I find these berets quite commonly. I find them almost as much as I find Army helmets, maybe even a little bit more. With the fatigues, I find them the military fatigues versus the Army fatigues. I find them in about a 60-40 ratio, so I would believe that it was a general issue item. And as far as the beret, if we try to mirror U.S. service, berets and the black beret specifically has been pretty complicated. It's been worn by the U.S. Army Rangers, but in the 1970s, you'll also see them worn by armored cavalry troops, and in the 2000s, they were worn by everybody. So the situation on why the beret would be worn in the Fallout 4 American Army, I really have no idea. I would think it's a general issue item. I would doubt that there were that many elite troops in the Boston area. And the same can be said for the uniform. Although it is an interesting uniform with the sleeve pocket and the gas flap, it's a bit more complicated than the last uniform. For me, I'm not exactly sure what's next. In my next videos, I may do some of the gunner uniforms, but they are not exactly pre-war uniforms. They do have elements of that, and so I'm not sure. But if you like this sort of content, please leave a comment, positive or negative. Like the video, share it if you'd like, subscribe, and if you want to get my next update, you can hit the bell notification. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.